everyone, I'm Keisha Charmaine and I'm back here with a video on how I wash my locks while they're braided. Now, about almost a month ago at this point, I got my locks braided by Keisha Felix, legendary loctician. So I wanted to keep my braids as long as I could because I just can't braid my hair the way he can braid it. So I am washing my locks while they're in the braids. And at this point, I probably wash them 2 to 3 times. Mostly because of I was having some scalp issues. But before I wash my hair, it's really important that I go through my braids to see if there's any lint on the surface, and I simply brush them off or pick it out. That's important to do before you wash your hair because washing your hair will solidify the lint into your hair. It'll embed the lint. So now I saturate my hair with water completely prior to adding any shampoo, and then I use the shampoo. This is a shampoo that I like to use here and there. It's an activated charcoal shampoo, and it feels really good. And I'm applying it to my scalp, focusing on in between my braids. And I'm using my fingers, not my nails, to clean my scalp. And I'm doing it pretty vigorously so that I'm, lifting up any flakes, any product buildup, any sweat that may have accumulated on my scalp. Again, I'm washing my hair in braids right now, so I'm not expecting to get the most thorough clean ever, okay? See, I'm not trying to disrupt my braids too much. As you saw just now, I put my fingers through my braids in the front a little bit because they were a little looser. But the braids towards the back are a lot tighter, and I'm not going to disturb the braid. That's the point. I want to keep the braid as much as I can while cleaning it as much as I can, you know? So I rinsed it out and then I repeated the process. My scalp is my primary focus here. That's the reason why I wash my hair so often. It's because my scalp, the locks itself don't get dirty as quickly as my scalp does because I mostly apply product to my scalp, such as gel and oil. I tend to apply most to my scalp. So that was my second lather, and I just rinsed that out as well. And now I'm going to be focusing on the braids itself. Of course, my hair is completely saturated, and now I'm focusing on massaging the product, the shampoo, into my braids and loosening up any product buildup that may be present in my braids. So this part is a bit time consuming, but I think that is worth it, especially if you are trying to preserve your braids and keep them clean and hygienic. I like to massage them and rub them in my palms. That really helps to warm up the product as well to help it penetrate deeper into the lock. And then I also just use my fingertips to get into any particular area where I think that product buildup may be present, which I think is like closer towards the roots. And I go through all of my locks, massaging them in as well as I can. And then I do one last rinse. So once I finish rinsing it, I squeeze out as much water as I can. I try not to wring the water out because that can weaken the hair, but I do squeeze the water out, and I'm squeezing it into the sink. And once I finish squeezing the hair into the sink, I use my swirly curly, what do they call this? Turban towel. And this turban towel only fits me when my locks are braided up. When my locks are loose, forget about it. It can't fit into this towel. So that's really convenient. And I like to put it in the towel for about 20 to 30 minutes, and it really does a good job at absorbing a lot of the water out. It's a microfiber towel, and I'll have the link below. I'm an affiliate, so if you purchase with a link, I'll get a little cut, just a little cut. But I do recommend it if your locks can fit. And now I'll be using the Horsetail leaf growth oil, which is available on KeishaCharmaine.com. Actually, I just restocked, so you can get yours now and get yours fast because they sell out quickly. Every time I restock, I try to restock twice a month, guys. So yeah, definitely subscribe to my mailing list to be in the know of when I restock. And yes, I just emailed everybody yesterday that I restocked. So get yours while supplies last until the next drop. So I'll be using that on my scalp, massaging it into my scalp, and any excess I just simply rake into my hair. And there's always excess because I'm heavy-handed when it comes to applying oil to my hair. And can't forget about the ends. Can't forget about the ends. So now I'll be using these strips to help to reduce frizz at the roots, because I did do a thorough clean on my scalp. So I know that I probably did disturb it a bit and cause some frizz. So I use those strips, which are available at the beauty supply store. I use that, and I use maybe like 2 rows. So I separate my locks in half, and I put a layer down, a strip down, and then I put the rest of my locks back and put 2 strips on top. One right there on my hairline, and then one a little bit further back. And what I find is that really helps my hair look very fresh. Although I know it's not at this point. Again, I had it for 3 to 4 weeks. The braids, I had them for about 3 to 4 weeks. But the strips really help to keep them smooth and laid down flat. And it does help to absorb some of the water as well. So what I ended up doing is, after I finished applying the strips to my hair, I sat in front of my space heater. I did not blow dry my hair this time, if I'm honest. This is something I do often. I don't sit too close to the point where it's going to burn me, but my room was kind of cold, so I would have sat by it regardless. So I just sit with it on my hair, and it works. And this is the next day. I tied my a silk scarf over my hair, over the edges, and I just took it off, and here we are. Now this part is optional, of course. You don't have to have laid edges, but because I had so much excess hair like coming out of the lock, again, like I had my braids in for a while, that's kind of inevitable with me. I wanted to brush my baby hairs down. And of course, I use my Love Light and Locks gel, which is not available yet, and it won't be available for a while, you guys. This is a process. It's a process. I'm working with a lab to formulate it, and I'm making sure that it's safe for everybody right now. So that's a process, but stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed the video on how I maintain my braids. Thanks for watching. Love, Light, and Locks. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up, and remember to subscribe. You can always visit www.keishacharmaine.com for hair growth products, hair accessories, and more. But don't leave just yet. Check out my featured video and my latest video.